Hello friends, welcome to Technozar. This is Rohit Sharma, and in this lecture, this is a formula series number 7, and in this lecture we are going to discuss some formulas and concepts related to the bipolar junction transistor. And the next, that is the formula series number 8, we will discuss about the biasing used in transistor, that is collector to feedback, bias, emitter bias, and everything related to that. Okay, so first of all, a transistor is a three terminal, two junction semiconductor device. Like three terminals are base, emitter and collector. Okay, two junctions are there. Okay, semiconductor device. It consists of either two n-type and one p-type layer called npn transistor, or it can be a pnp transistor. Okay, in transistor current flows due to majority as well as minority carrier. That's why that's why the full form for BJT is bipolar junction transistor. Now what is bipolar? Bipolar means in this the current flows due to both majority as well as for minority carrier. Now it is a current control device as well as, but MOSFET is a voltage control device. Its input impedance is low. Okay, its input impedance is low, output impedance is high. Thus thermal stability is lesser. Okay, here the thermal stability is lesser because of leakage current or the reverse saturation current. Please note this points in your notes. Okay, so because this is important for MCQs. Okay, in transistor all the major currents are known as diffusion current. Base current is also known as recombination current. Now a transistor represented by two diodes connected back to back. I have seen one question on this concept also. Okay, in the previous year questions. A transistor represented by two diodes connected back to back cannot work as a transistor as there is no bonding between the base and collector. Current conduction in PNP transistor is carried out by holes, remember this, and in NPN it is carried due to the electrons. Okay, it is carried due to the electrons. Now this is an NPN transistor. Okay, and this is a PNP transistors. Okay, now what is the symbol for this? For NPN, this remember for NPN this arrow is going outside, and for PNP this arrow is coming inside. Okay, this is the symbol for NPN transistor and this is the symbol for PNP transistor. Remember this. Okay, now let's see some transistor section. First is the emitter. Emitter is a heavily doped as compared to other region, that is base or collector. The main function of this region is to supply majority charge carrier, that is either electrons or holes. Okay, for PNP it will be holes, for NPN it will be electrons. Now base is a very lightly doped and very thin as compared to other section. Its main function is to transfer the majority carriers from emitter to collector. It transfers the majority carriers from emitter to collector. Okay, now collector is moderately doped and has the largest area, remember, and has the largest area than other two regions because it collects the charge carriers from emitter and base. There is a large amount of heat liberation, and so it is provided with large area to dissipate the heat. Okay, so as there is a large amount of heat liberation, so that is the reason it has a large area to dissipate the heat. Okay, remember this point. Okay, these are some important points that I have taken in this lecture. Okay, for BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. We will see formulas related to this also in this lecture. Okay, now like this is a BJT, this is the input node, output node and the reference node. Now there are three types of configuration for BJT. First is the common base configuration, common emitter and common collector. Now common emitter is mostly used everywhere. Okay, let's see. These are the mode of operation in which the BJT can work. First is the cutoff mode, active mode, saturation mode and the reverse active mode. When there is a cutoff mode, whenever the emitter base junction and the collector base junction both are reverse bias, then it is in cutoff mode. Okay, so the properties of this mode is it will give very high internal resistance, and application is it will use as an off switch. Okay, now active mode. In active mode, emitter base junction will work as a forward bias and collector base junction will work as reverse bias. In this property will be excellent transistor action and it will work as an amplifier. Now in saturation, both the junctions will be in forward bias and it will get very low internal resistance and will work as a on switch. Now suppose if you want BJT to work as a switch, you will use it in two mode. First is saturation mode and second one is cutoff mode. Okay, saturation will be for on and cutoff will be for switching off the circuit. Reverse active to both reverse active, the emitter base junction is reverse bias and the collector base junction is forward bias. It will get very poor transistor action and it can be work as a attenuator, but practically it is not used anywhere. Remember this. Okay, so this table is very important. So please by heart this table. By heart this table. Okay. Now let's see formulas related to common base configuration. Okay. Now IE in common base configuration, IE is equal to IB plus IC plus ICBO. IB is the base current, IC is the collector current, and ICBO is the collector to base leakage current. Okay, so approximately I can write IE is approximately equal to IB plus IC. Okay, so here in common base, IB is 2% of emitter current and IC is 98% of emitter current. Remember. Okay, so what is the current amplification factor? Current amplification factor is given by alpha, and alpha is equal to IC upon IE for common base configuration. This current amplification factor is given for common base configuration. When no signal is applied, then the ratio of the collector current to emitter current is known as the current amplification factor or current gain. Okay, so collector current can also be expressed as IC is equal to alpha times of IB plus IE plus ICBO, and ICBO I have already told you, ICBO is the collector to base leakage current and alpha is the current gain, or you can say current amplification factor. Now for common emitter configuration, there is the current gain here it is given as beta. Okay, in common base it is alpha, but here it is beta. So here it will be equal to IC upon IB, or if we want to express alpha in terms of beta, then alpha will be equal to beta upon 1 plus beta. Remember this. Okay, beta value ranges from 20 to 500, whereas alpha value ranges from 0 to 1 only. Okay, this configuration is used when appreciable current gain as well as voltage gain is required. Okay, this lecture is very important. Please watch it carefully and watch the whole video related to the formula series so that you can revise each and every concept and also you can revise all the formulas. Okay. So total collector current is given as IC is equal to beta times of IB plus ICEO, or you can say IC is equal to beta times of IB. ICEO you can write like this, 1 plus beta times of ICBO. ICEO is collector to emitter leakage current. Okay, remember. Now next is common collector configuration. In this, the current amplification or the current gain is given as the gamma. Okay, here gamma is equal to I, the emitter current upon base current. If you want to represent beta in terms of if you want to represent gamma in terms of beta, then gamma is equal to 1 plus beta. Remember. Okay, or it is equal to 1 upon 1 minus alpha also. So this configuration has very high input resistance, can be asked in MCQ. Common collector configuration has a very high input resistance, approximately equal to 750 kilo ohm, and very low output resistance. Voltage gain is always less than 1. So never used for amplification purposes. It is used for impedance matching. Remember. Now I have given the table related to common base configuration, common emitter and common collector configuration. Okay. Here the input resistance is very low in common base, common emitter low, and in common collector I have already told you very high. Output resistance very high in common base, high in common emitter, and common collector it is very low. Current gain less than unity, that is 0 to 1. Here it is high, and in common collector also it is high. Voltage gain small, high and less than unity. Leakage current is very small in common base, very large in common emitter. I have already told you it is 1 plus beta times of ICBO. The leakage current in common emitter is equal to 1 plus beta times of ICBO. So beta is almost 100 in here in this case. Okay, so it is very large. Leakage current is very large in common emitter configuration, and common collector it is also very large. Application for high frequency, for audio frequency, and for impedance matching. Phase shift is 0 degree. In common emitter it is 180 degree, and common collector it is 0 degree. Okay. Now DC load line. What is DC load line? If around many students have purchased the course related to a ISRO technical assistant. Okay, in that I have taken a separate lecture related to DC load line. Okay, because this is very important lecture. So let's see. DC load line is the locus of all possible operating point at which BJT remains in active region. Here the operating point, or you can say the operating point will be equal to VCC upon RC, comma VCC. These are the operating point, or you can say ICQ quiescent point, comma VCEQ. Okay, these are the operating point of the transistor. Okay, from these points only we represent a DC load line. Here IC is equal to VCC minus VCE upon RC from above figure. Okay, IC is equal to, here the IC current is flowing, then IC is equal to VCC minus VCE upon RC. At saturation, VCE will be equal to VCE. Yes, VCE is equal to VCC at cutoff when IC equal to 0. Remember these points. These points are very, very important. Okay, maximum value of IC will be equal to VCC upon RC when VCE is equal to 0 at saturation. Okay, power dissipation in a transistor is equal to IC into VCE. Remember this. And last, power dissipation is maximum in active region and minimum in cutoff region and saturation region. Okay, always whenever the BJT is in active mode, then it will work as an amplifier. Okay, when it is in saturation mode, it will work as an on switch, and when it is in cutoff mode, then it will work as an off switch. Okay, so this is all about the bipolar junction transistor, the configuration, the modes, the type of operation, everything about BJT. And in the next lecture, that is formula series number 8, we will discuss about the transistor biasing. Okay, there are 4 types of biasing and the thermal stability related to that. Okay, we will discuss all these things in the next lecture. Okay, till then, all the very best, guys. And those who have not purchased the test series and preparing for ISRO technical assistant exam, okay, if your doubts are cleared, okay, then you can purchase the test series, okay, and memorize your subjects. And if your doubts and if your basics are not clear, then you can also purchase our ISRO TA crash course that is available on Mechanical Adda app. You can purchase it. Okay, so you can review your subject and revise your subjects once again and have a better understanding about those subjects. Okay, guys, then we will meet in our next video. All the very best. Take care.